Have you ever joined a TF2 map expecting the announcer and hear someone else?
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Yeah, thanks.
For example, the announcer's on embargo.
10 seconds, amigos!
Mercenaries are deployed, baby! Operation Embargo is on!
Do you want to know how it's done? No? Oh. Do you want to make a game sound like an MLG shitpost? You do? Good, let's talk about Soundscripts. Soundscripts, although a bit similar, are not to be confused with soundscapes, those things that do the ambient sounds. Instead, they are what dictates what sound plays where in a Source Engine game. It's basically a big list for the game to look through to find the right noise to play when a call is made. For example, when a gun fires, the code looks through the right Soundscript file to get the right noise for the right gun in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. Like a lot of content, Soundscripts can be packed into a map. This is PL Casserole, a Half-Life themed payload map. I made this map a few years ago for an April Fool's contest. I replaced the announcer with the Half-Life 1 Vox and took the TF Classic medic voice lines to chuck in as well, and it kinda worked.
Operations in 16 seconds.
Now, the earlier version of this map used a pretty hacky method of replacing sound files by giving them the same name as in-game sound files and saving them the map in the same file format. This way of replacing sounds is buggy and causes issues when switching to a different map, as you can hear by a scout's sudden super puberty. If I was to take a guess, this has something to do with either the length or frequency the sound was saved as, and then the game trying to adjust to the original sound. By using Soundscripts, these bugs won't happen. What we need to do is make a text document with the map's name, followed by _level_sounds, I think that's an underscore, using GTFScape to get the announcer lines from game sounds VO and copy them over. Now, next is where the text is wave. We replace the file path with our own custom sound files. Something to keep in mind is the random wave function that will, well, randomly pick out one of the sounds to play. If you don't want that, you gotta get rid of it. When you compile the map, make sure to pack in the text file and of course the sounds, and hey presto, new announcer lines.
Thanks, Pally.
Voice lines aren't the only things we can swap around. I had an idea. A really cool but also dumb idea. What if I swapped all the TF2 weapon sounds with fitting sounds from the Half-Life 1 weapons? All of the sounds are compatible. It's just a long, tedious process of matching each weapon to a fitting Half-Life 1 sound file. I used a few Quake sounds as well. I tried some TFC sounds, for example the minigun, but sadly they didn't seem to work. I think there's some sort of limit to how many sounds can be swapped, or maybe the frequencies of the Gold Source game sounds don't work in the Source Engine. As a little bonus, I also swapped the sax sounds from the Sniper Taunt with Hoot 6. So now when you play this map, or maps that pull similar tricks, you know how it's done. But what about that part from the start with hit sounds? Well, hit sounds are affected by Soundscripts. Normally you can only have one hit sound or kill sound at a time unless you hook your sounds through one of them existing hit sounds that use more than one. But there is a way to have as many as you want using Soundscripts. A basic run through is to go into your custom folder, make a folder name whatever the hell you want, make a folder called scripts and a second called sound. Go back into GTFScape, find the game sounds weapon file and just copy paste the whole thing in. You have to do the whole thing or some sounds will be missing. Now download a bunch of hit sounds and kill sounds and save them with different file names in the sound folder. I put mine in a folder called UI. I also like to save mine with what they are, but something as simple as like sound 1, sound 2, sound 3 and so on will work as well. After that, open up the game sounds weapons in Notepad, find where the list of hit sounds live, and one by one, enter in each sound within a random wave bracket. Link up your files, do this for kill sounds as well if you want. Save it all, and maybe after a reload or two to buffer the sound files, you should be getting a different noise every time you hit or kill someone. If your sounds don't work, check console to see what sounds are not working. Most of the time it's due to file paths or names being incorrect. I'll leave a tutorial I made in the description if you want to try this yourself. You can definitely do a lot more with sound files than just this. This is just what I've done by playing around with them. In theory, you could replace all the voice lines, and as far as I can tell it works around SV Pure. I'm not too sure about gameplay sounds, however. Have fun and play around with this. Modding is one of the things that make TF2 special, and while casual servers and SV Pure kinda killed it off, you can still pull off things like this. Also, no, I'm not releasing my hit sounds as a download. Go make your own, that's kind of the point. Oh, before I forget, shout out to Cooper for giving me the idea to do this in the first place. They've made a very interesting sound pack that does something similar but replaces all the physics sounds with wacky sound effects. It's definitely worth checking out. I'll leave a link to it in the description.